Hey there everybody, it's come down to this. Game 5 of the 2017 World Series. Played in 4 separate board games: strat-o-matic, payoff pitch, replay baseball, and history maker baseball. And for Game 5 we've circled back now to strat-o-matic. And it's do or die for the Astros. They're down 3-1. Pitching matchup is the same as Game 1, Dallas Keuchel against Clayton Kershaw. So look at the starting lineups for both teams. For the Dodgers, it'll be Taylor in center, Seager at short, Turner at DH, Kike Hernandez in left, Cody Bellinger at first, Logan Forsythe at third, Puig in right, Barnes catching, and Culberson at second base. For the Astros, it'll be Springer in center, Bregman, Altuve, Correa, Gurriel, Reddick, Gaddis, Gonzalez, and McCann. I've got the defensive ratings to the side of each of the players. Ballpark effects: a single is a one for both righties and lefties. Home runs are 1 to 11 for both righties and lefties. So hopefully what I've got here set up is going to be good for viewing. We shall see. Trying to get as much of the score sheet in here as I can. Got the place to roll the dice, and then we'll have the pitcher and batter cards when time comes, and the time has come for the top of the first inning. So top of the first, we're going to have Dallas Keuchel on the mound, and he will be facing, let's move these envelopes out of the way that aren't needed anymore right now. So now we've got Keuchel against Chris Taylor to lead things off for the Dodgers, and we'll roll on the score sheet so that we don't interrupt anything here. And this is super advanced in case you're curious. And the first pitch of Game 5, it is a 5-7. 5-7, Keuchel against a right-hander. 5-7 is a strikeout. So Dallas Keuchel, hoping to get his team off to a good start, has put the whiff on Chris Taylor. Brings up Corey Seager, lefty on lefty matchup. At a 1-7, Seager against a lefty is a 1-out walk. So Seager is aboard, and now we'll introduce the D20 for the first time with Justin Turner, the DH, to the plate. Nothing on the 20 that time. And we've got a 5-6. 5-6, Keuchel against a right-hander. 1 is a double. Anything else will be a single with 2 stars. So it's a 1, and we got a double. That fell in a little gap there, so it worked for a double. And let's see here on the double. It is 2 stars only, so there's no chance for Seager to score. But runners are at second and third with 1 out. And they're going to bring the infield in against Kike Hernandez. Try to cut the runoff early, nothing on the 20. It's a 3-5 against a lefty. 3-5 against a lefty is a 1-4 single. Anything else will be a line out to third, and the runners have to hold. And that's exactly what we got. It's a line out to Bregman. So Keuchel escapes there, but not out of the woods yet. Got Cody Bellinger to deal with. Nothing on the 20. It's a 4-5 for Keuchel against a lefty, and that is a strikeout. So Keuchel pitches around that double, gets out of it, and at the end of a half an inning, it is the Dodgers nothing and the Astros coming to bat. And for the Dodgers, on the mound will be Clayton Kershaw, and he's going to start out facing George Springer. So we got George Springer, righty on lefty against Kershaw. 5-8 for Kershaw is a strikeout, 1 away. So Springer is gone. Brings up Alex Bregman, and that's a 4-7, and Kershaw strikes him out again. A lot of strikeouts in the 4 and 5 column for Kershaw. He found them both, and first 2 are retired. Brings up Altuve. Jose Altuve. 2-5 for Altuve against a lefty is a ground ball back to Kershaw. So couldn't have much of an easier inning if you're Kershaw. He took care of it real quick. 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the second. Keuchel back out there, and he'll be facing Logan Forsythe. That is a 6-8 against Keuchel. That's a fly to right for right-handers. one away. That will send up right fielder Yasiel Puig. So Puig, the batter. Make sure I can get the entire card in there. There we go. Puig, the batter. 110 against a lefty is a ground ball to second. 2 down. And that'll bring up the catcher, Austin Barnes. So Austin Barnes steps in against Keuchel. 5-5 against a right-hander is an in-home run chance, and he does have normal power against lefties. So 1-9 would be a home run. 10-20 is a double. And that's a 3, so it's a home run for Austin Barnes. He gets the Dodgers on the board just here in the second. Gives them a 1-0 lead. Puts the pressure on Houston, who's in a win-or-go-home setting right now. Here's Culberson, 3-10 against a lefty is a ground ball to second. Going to end the inning. But the Dodgers pick up a run thanks to the home run by Austin Barnes. You wouldn't think of him as a home run hitter. He only had 8, but he had 8 and 215 or 218 at bats. So if we project that to 600 at bats, that's over 20 home runs. So I guess he did have some pop, obviously. Here's Kershaw now. He'll be back out to protect that lead against Carlos Correa. 6-3 is another strikeout for Kershaw. So he is dealing early on. Here is Yuli Gurriel. Gurriel 4-4. And that is a catcher X. So the catcher, Barnes, Austin Barnes, defensive rating is a 2E1. That's an 18. So we'll check the 2 off of an 18. And that comes up with a G2, an E1, and an 11. I don't think there's an E1 there. There's no 11, so it's a G2. So it's simply going to be a ground ball in front of the plate that Barnes handles with no issues whatsoever. Should be a 2-3, not a 4-3. All right, so that's 2 away. Josh Reddick, the batter. 2 outs, bases empty. Lefty on lefty against Kershaw. 5-9 against the lefty. He is a strikeout, so Kershaw, no problem through 2 innings. He has gotten through the Astros lineup with ease. Go to the top of the 3rd. Chris Taylor back out on the bump to face Keuchel. 2-5 for Taylor against the lefty is a single. So a solid single for Chris Taylor. And let's see, is he going to try to steal? He stole 17 bases on the season. He can get a jump on a 4 or a 6. So we'll try it here on a 4 or a 6. He does get, it's a 4, he does get the jump. So let's do some calculations. Now Keuchel's a -6 hold rating. McCann's a +1, so that's an aggregate -5. Starts with an 18, being held makes it a 16, -5 is an 11. So a 1 through an 11, and he will be safe. And he's out of there, a 14. So McCann throws out Taylor, thanks mainly to the fact that Keuchel is such a good pitcher with holding runners. So Taylor took the chance, did not pay off. He is out of there, 1 away for Corey Seager. 3-5 against a lefty is a strikeout. So Keuchel riding that caught stealing momentum, strikes out Seager. Brings up the DH, Justin Turner. Righty on lefty. 4-9 for Keuchel is a walk. So it's a 2-out walk to Turner. Turner's not a base stealer, so he's not going anywhere. So Kike Hernandez with a chance. Nothing on the 20. 6-11. Ground ball to short. Correa has it. And the inning's over. So nothing doing there for the Dodgers. They got the leadoff man on, but he was erased on the caught stealing. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's still Dodgers leading the Astros by the score of 1-0. Kershaw out there now to face Evan Gattis, the DH. Evan Gattis. 2-5 for Gattis against a lefty is a strikeout. So the strikeouts continue for Kershaw. He is just on a roll here early on, like a man on a mission to get this thing. Here's Marwin Gonzalez, 4-11 against Kershaw. A switch hitter batting right, 4-11. Fly ball left field X, that's Kike Hernandez. And Kike Hernandez, defensively, is a 3 E4. So 3 and 18, he'll get to that. E4, the only question is now an E4 and an 8. Left fielder's a 4, there is no 8, so it's a good play. And that is handled by Kike Hernandez for out number 2. So 2 down. 9th man in the order is Mr. McCann. Lefty on lefty. It's a 6-6 against the lefty, and he gets the first hit of the game against Kershaw. 1 to 10 is a triple. Anything else is a single. It is a single. Kind of hard to imagine McCann getting a triple out of that, but I guess he could have. He did hit 1 triple on the season, but it is a single, and that brings up George Springer. Kershaw, first time he's got to use the D20, no effects. 6-4. 6-4 is a ground ball shortstop X. That is Corey Seager. And Seager, for his defensive rating, Seager is a 2 E14. So 9, so we know he's going to get to it, and that's a 11. So an E14 and an 11. There is no 11, so it's a good play for Corey Seager. And the inning is over. So 3 innings are in the books here at Minute Maid Park. Score still remains Dodgers 1 and the Astros nothing. Cody Bellinger, first baseman, will lead things off for the Dodgers. Lefty on lefty matchup. It's a 4-5 against Keuchel, and that's a strikeout. 1 away. And that will bring up Logan Forsythe, third baseman rather. It's a 1-7 for Forsythe against the lefty. That's a 1 to 16 as a single. Anything else, he will ground to short. And that's a solid single for Forsythe. He's not really much of a threat to steal, so he's not going anywhere. But we'll bring up the dangerous Yasiel Puig. Nothing on the 20. It's a 2-5. And he's going to ground to third base A. That's a double play. 5-4-3 around the horn. And the inning is over. So Keuchel, pretty easy 4th inning, thanks to that double play. Go to the bottom of the 4th. Kershaw back on the bump, and he'll be facing Alex Bregman to start things off. Bregman struck out his first chance. 6-9 is going to be another strikeout for Kershaw, so Kershaw racking up the Ks in this one. Here's Altuve. .512 is a ground ball pitcher X. Kershaw's a 3 E8. 18, we know he's going to get to that. E8 and a 12. Check the pitcher error rating. E8 and a 12. There is no 12, so it's a good play. Kershaw handles that one no problem. 2 up, 2 down, and Carlos Correa, the batter. Astros not able to get much going against Kershaw. 1-7. That's a 2-out walk. So maybe they can get something sparked here. Correa is not really much of a base stealer, so he's going to hold. And Gurriel, the batter. Whoa, and that D20 went way out there, but it was none effect. 1-8 for Gurriel is a fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. So 4 innings are in the books here at Minute Maid Park, and the score remains the Dodgers 1 and the Astros nothing. Top of the 5th, Austin Barnes, the catcher, will lead things off, followed by Culberson, and then the top of the order for the center fielder Taylor. 3-3 for Barnes against the lefty is a ballpark singles check, and it's only a 1. That's the only way you're going to get a single, so most likely a line out to short, and that's what we got. 1 away. Ballpark not conducive to singles as much as it is to home runs. Here's Culberson. That's a 3-8 against a lefty, and that is a strikeout. Keep wanting to use the pencil instead of the pen. Strikeout number 2 out, or out number 2 for the inning. Brings up Chris Taylor. And Taylor has struck out, singled, and got caught stealing. 4-9 against Keuchel. He will walk again. Or he will walk, I should say. He will reach again. But he's learned his lesson. He's not going to try to steal. He's going to stay there for Seager. That's a 3-7 for Seager, and he strikes out to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Dodgers. We go to bottom of the 5th. Kershaw back out there. We'll be facing Josh Reddick. Lefty on lefty. 5-8 is a strikeout. So Kershaw again. He is led off every inning with a strikeout. Striking out the leadoff batter every inning. Sets the tone for the whole inning. Here's Gaddis. 1-6. Fly to center against the lefty. 2 down. And that brings up Marwin Gonzalez, switch hitting left fielder, batting right. 1-4 is a strikeout, and that's going to do it for the Stros here in the 5th. So they need to get Kershaw out of there to have a chance, apparently. We go to the 6th inning. Still 1-0 ball game. Now Keuchel, 6th inning, will be starting his point of weakness inning. Kershaw doesn't start that until the 7th. So we start the inning, potential point of weakness, with Justin Turner, the DH. 3-3 versus a lefty is a ballpark diamond shot, and that's 1 through 11 will be another home run. And it's a 3, so it's gone. Justin Turner takes Keuchel deep, so he's made 2 mistake pitches, 2 solo home runs, 1 to Barnes and now 1 to Turner. And the Dodgers increased the lead 2-0. And the way Kershaw's pitching, it looks formidable. Here's Kike Hernandez, 1-3. It's a ground ball to second. 1 away. Brings up Cody Bellinger, first baseman, lefty on lefty. It's a 1-8, and that's a ground ball to short. Handled by Correa, 2 down. For Logan Forsythe, the third baseman. 4-7 against a righty for Keuchel is a walk. So that's 2 notches on his point of weakness, the home run and now the walk. So this may be his last inning. Here's Puig. Nothing on the 20. It's a 6-9, and a 6-9 is a strikeout. So Keuchel limits the damage to the 1 run, but it's a lot of damage the way that Kershaw is pitching. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 Dodgers. And Kershaw seems large and in charge. He's going to face Brian McCann, who did get a base hit off of him. The only batter to get a base hit off of Kershaw. It's a 1-5. He's going to do it again. McCann on a 1-5 is a 1-6 double, 7-20 single. So that's going to be another single for McCann. He's 2 for 2. Everybody else is 0 for. But McCann, the left-hander, number 9 hitter, is 2 for 2. Here's Springer. Nothing on the 20. 6-9 is a strikeout. Kershaw back to his strikeout ways. Gets Springer, 1 away. Brings up Alex Bregman, third baseman. Nothing on the 20. 6-6 is a 1-7 single. Anything else he lines to short. And he's going to line it to Bellinger at short. I'm sorry, to Seager at short. 2 down. And it'll be up to Altuve to keep it going. He's grounded back to Kershaw twice. Nothing on the 20. 2-8. 2-8's a grounder to short. Seager will handle it again. And down go the Stros. So through 6 innings, the score is the Dodgers 2, Astros nothing. And now the Stros will be going to a new pitcher. They're going to go to their bullpen. And they're going to go to Chris Davinsky. So Chris Davinsky, the right-hander, is coming in, fresh arm. Facing Barnes, since Barnes did take Keuchel deep earlier on in the game. Keuchel does go 6 innings. Worry about the totals later. Right now is Davinsky facing Austin Barnes, righty on righty. Ooh, and that is a 4-7. So Davinsky against a right-hander, 4-7 is a strikeout. one away, and that brings up number 9 hitter Charlie Culberson. But he's going to be in called back. Culberson was in there against the lefty, but they're going to bring in Chase Utley. And he is going to take over at second base. He's going to pinch hit here and then take over at second base. So Chase Utley, we'll bring him in. Chase Utley. And Utley, for his defense going forward, is a 3E13, which is better than Culberson, who had a 323. So he's a 3E13, so it improves their defense as well. So Utley against Davinsky, 4-7, and he's going to strike out. So Davinsky, didn't really matter that Utley was pinch hitting. He struck him out anyway. 2 down. 2 consecutive strikeouts to start his work for the day. And here's Chris Taylor. 5-9 is another strikeout. So Davinsky strikes out the side, top of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time. It is the Dodgers clinging to a 2-0 lead with Kershaw on the bump. And now Kershaw will start his point of weakness inning, number 7. And he's got Carlos Correa to start things off. It's a 6-9, and that's a strikeout. So again, he starts out his inning with a strikeout. He's done it in 6 of the 7 innings he has pitched. So here's Gurriel. That's a 2-6 for Gurriel against a lefty, and that's a solid single for Gurriel as the Stros bring the tying run to the plate in Josh Reddick. Nothing on the 21-5 for Reddick is another strikeout. So Kershaw just racking up the Ks here. But Evan Gattis is capable of tying the game with one swing of the bat. It's a 3-12. He's going to line it to shortstop Max, and that's going to end the inning. There's already 2 outs, so there's no check for a double play. Inning's over. We go to the 8th. Still a 2-0 Dodger lead. And Davinsky will, of course, stay in there. I mean, he pitched a shutout inning, 3 straight strikeouts. If there is a game 6, there will be a day off for travel, so he can go 2 innings without any issues. Facing Corey Seager, no need to rest him for the next day. 2-4 for Seager, but that might put him to rest. 1-13 is a home run. 4-20 is a double. 14-20 is a double. It's a home run on that number 2 there. So Corey Seager, 3rd solo home run by the Dodgers in the game. That's what all 3 runs have come on, solo dingers. And they now lead it 3-0. It's looking awfully bleak for the Minute Maid Park faithful. Here's Justin Turner. 1-5 for Turner, and that's a solid double to left field. So they may be getting the bullpen going real quick. Real quick. Here's Kike Hernandez. They do have Will Harris in the bullpen, loosening. Kike, it's a 5-7, and look at that. All these outs in column 5, and he found his spot here where a 1-6 triple or a 7-20 double that will produce probably another run. It's a double, so it may not. Oh yeah, it will, because the runner's already on second. So it is an RBI double for Kike. Dodgers lead it 4-0, and we got a pitching change as Davinsky, so dominant in the 7th, has lost it here in the 8th. And Will Harris, the right-hander, will be coming on. Will Harris. And he'll be facing Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger. 2-9 for Bellinger is, and Bellinger against a right-hander, 2-9 is a home run chance. 1-16, double is 17-20. Had we used a lefty, it'd have been pretty much the same situation. So it's a 1-16, and Bellinger will go deep. And he does. It's a 2-run bomb for Bellinger. So the onslaught continues, and no relief from the Stros bullpen. 4 runs this inning is now 6-0. And that really has taken the air out of the bubble of the Stros. Here's Logan Forsythe. 1-12 for Forsythe is a strikeout, but damage already done. That's out. That's only out number 1, so still score some more if need be, but I don't think they need it up 6-0. Here's Puig. 4-9, and that's a home run chance off of Will Harris. Look at that. 1-19 will be another home run, and it is. So Puig gets in on the act. 5 runs in the inning. It is now 7-0. And we're going to have a new pitcher for Will Harris. He's out of there. We're going to bring in left-hander Francisco Liriano. Is the only lefty they have to face Austin Barnes, and then Utley, a lefty behind him. So Barnes gets to face the lefty. 2-9 for Barnes against the lefty is a ground ball to short, out number 2. Now Utley, 8th man to bat in the inning, will be up lefty on lefty. 6-10 is a catcher X. That is McCann. And it's a 20, so we know that's a good play. That's a 5, so that's I'm sorry, it's a 4. It's a 4, and McCann is an E3. So I don't think he'll have any issues with that. He does not. It's a good play. And the 20 on the 3 rating is a G2. So it is a ground ball in front of the plate. Handled by McCann. Innings over, but damage certainly done. A 5 spot by the Stros. I'm sorry, by the Dodgers. And they take a commanding 7-0 lead. And with that 7-0 lead, Kershaw could continue. But I think they're going to go ahead and let the bullpen carry the way for the last 2 innings. So Brandon Morrow will be coming in for the Dodgers. Have to put Harris and Liriano in the spot here. And we'll get a new pitcher for the Astros most likely in the top half of the inning. Right now, Brandon Morrow is going to come in and pitch the 8th, with Kershaw going 7. Alright, so Morrow will be facing Marwin Gonzalez. 2-9 for Gonzalez is another strikeout. So yet another Astro batter leads off the inning with a strikeout. Here's McCann. He's 2 for 2 against Kershaw. See what he can do against Morrow. 2-6 is a ground ball back to Morrow, so that nothing going on there. And that brings up Springer. 4-4. Morrow is a ballpark single, but it's only a 1 for a ballpark single. And that's an 8, so that's not going to cut it. It is a fly to left to end the inning. So we go to the 9th. Sorry, couldn't have more drama here. It is 7-0 in favor of the Dodgers. And the Astros will be bringing on a new pitcher. And that new pitcher will be Ken Giles. So Ken Giles is on. He will be pitching the 9th inning. And he'll be facing Chris Taylor, Seager, and Turner, top of the order. 2-12 is a leadoff walk, and that's one thing you don't want. You're down 7-0 is a leadoff walk. Taylor obviously not going anywhere, up 7-0. Seager. 3-7 for Seager against a right-hander is a fly to left. 1 away. Brings up Justin Turner. Turner, a 5-5 against Giles is a strikeout. So that's out number 2. And that will bring up Kike Hernandez. 4-4 is a catcher X. McCann, a 3-E3. 12 won't be a problem. 12 here on an E3 for the catcher. There is no 12. And the 3-12 is a P/F, so it's a pop-up. Although P/F with a runner on base, let's see. So we're going to use the wild pitch rating of the pitcher to see if it's a wild pitch or not. And that's an 11 for Giles. Doesn't really matter at this point. No wild pitch, so it's a pop-out. If it was a wild pitch, it wouldn't really matter anyway. Just moves to second. That's the 3rd out. So all that's just fluff at this point. And the inning is over. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Still 7-0 in favor of the Dodgers. It is not a safe situation, but since they're about ready to wrap up the whole thing, they might as well bring in their closer, Kenley Jansen, and see about going out in style. And Alex Bregman will be leading things off. They will have the heart of the order, 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Bregman, Altuve, and Correa, but collectively those three batters are 0 for 8 with a walk. I'm sorry, 0 for 8 with a walk and 9 plate appearances. Bregman, 4-9 against Jansen is a strikeout. So again, they lead off the inning with a strikeout. Here's Altuve. 2-6 for Altuve. He's going to ground to third. Dodgers 1 out away from wrapping up the World Series in 5 games. And here's Correa. Won't even have to go back to LA. They can celebrate in Houston. 1-9 for Correa is a walk, so that extends it one more batter and brings up Yuli Gurriel. Nothing on the 20. 4-10. 4-10's a strikeout, and they end it in style. The Dodgers with a shutout performance, 7-0 over the Astros. Be right back with the totals. Okay, we'll wrap things up here from Minute Maid Park. Final line score: the Dodgers 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and 6 left. The Astros no runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 5 left. Winning pitcher was Clayton Kershaw. He went 7 innings, gave up just 3 hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out on 11. Certainly a dominating performance. Brandon Morrow a scoreless 8th, and Kenley Jansen a scoreless 9th, but obviously no save. Dallas Keuchel took the tough loss. He did have a quality start. 6 innings, gave up 4 hits and 2 runs, both off of homers. He did walk 4, but he struck out 7. Chris Davinsky ran into issues, obviously. Pitched a perfect 7th, but then in the 8th gave up 2 doubles and a home run, so he ended up with 3 runs earned on 3 hits. Will Harris came in and gave up more damage. He gave up 2 home runs. Did strike out a batter, but both hits he gave up were home runs. Liriano 2/3 of an inning to clean up the 8th, and then Giles a scoreless 9th. So that's going to do it. From here, the Dodgers win the World Series 4-1, as they don't even need to go back to LA for that. And that's it. 5 games is all it took. We used 4 game boards, and then strat-o-matic came back to wrap it up in the 5th, so never got to go back to the other games. Game 6 would have been payoff pitch, and Game 7 would have been replay baseball, but we never got there. So did it in 5. I was hoping for a closer game, but it was a close game through 6, but then in the 8th rather, it just all went awry. So the Astros never got things going. Too many strikeouts, not enough people on base, and Kershaw took care of things easily. In this game, I would assume you have to give Kershaw the MVP for pitching 7 shutout innings and really controlling things off the get-go. There were a total of 5 home runs hit by the Dodgers. Seager had 1, Turner had 1, Bellinger had 1, Puig had 1, and Barnes had 1. If you're looking for a big hitter, Turner was 3 for 4 with a home run, 2 doubles, and a walk. So I guess he was the offensive star, if you want to give it that, but really, clearly the day belonged to Mr. Kershaw. Got 7 innings to take care of things. So that's going to do it here from Minute Maid Park. Final score, once again, the Dodgers win the World Series in 5 games by the convincing final score of 7-0. Hope you enjoyed that presentation of strat-o-matic and also the presentation of the 2017 World Series. Now that this is over, I can get back to my Shohei Ohtani replay, and then I might have something else in the works too as well. We'll wait and see. Till then, hope you all have a great day playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and as usual, I will see you all down the road.